my turn.
Hey guys, welcome back to another Dragon Ball Legends episode, and today we are having our first Chrono Crystal guide for the month of April, and within this guide I'm going to show you everything you need to know to get Chrono Crystals in terms of it being a finite method as well as an infinite method. Now yes, there are two methods in Dragon Ball Legends for you to get Chrono Crystals, and I'm going to explore both of them so you guys are able to see. So you might be wondering, what exactly is this video currently on screen? Well, this is actually the next campaign for Dragon Ball Legends for April, and this campaign is the Majin Buu Saga campaign, whereby we are going to get a new character or characters from the Majin Buu Saga, mainly being an LF, a Zenkai, as well as an Ultra possibly. And this campaign is just before the anniversary, guys, so whatever you do, I would suggest not summoning too much unless the unit is extremely broken, because the anniversary is directly after this. So this CC guide is basically a guide to helping you save for the anniversary. So whether this campaign is good or not, it all depends on your team that you main. So yeah guys, without further ado, I'm going to get right into the Chrono Crystal guide and give you as much information as I can. So yeah, let's get into it. Alright then, so we're currently in the game. So I'm going to break this video down into two sections. The finite section of gaining Chrono Crystals, as well as the infinite section. The infinite section is a little bit smaller, unfortunately, but I will give you a breakdown later in the video about that. So when it comes to Chrono Crystals, the first place we always go to would be PvP. Now, for this specific month, PvP has been extended to 3 weeks, as you can see on top. It does extend until the 12th of April. So if you do your PvP normally, and you're someone that does not play competitively, I can break this down because it is a double season, so the rewards are also doubled. Now, if you are within the top 10,000 in the world, your PvP list of rewards does change. So if you place between 1,000 up to 3,000, you can get either between 1,500 Chrono Crystals, which is the maximum I'm going to put it down as, because nobody is going to rank #1 in the world. I can 100% guarantee it's none of us. It's most likely some guy that hacked the game. But either way, you can get up to 1,500 Chrono Crystals for being in the top 1,000, or you can get all the way up to 1,200 Chrono Crystals if you are in the top 10,000. Now let's just say you are someone that works, you don't play constantly, and you're not able to do that. Well, you can still get up to 600 Chrono Crystals, or for the lowest 450 Chrono Crystals. So that would be the top 15% in the game, guys. And if you don't play at all, then obviously you're getting 150 Chrono Crystals, which isn't something you guys want to do, because PvP double RP seasons give you more RP, so it makes it easier for you to rank higher. But obviously the higher the highest players go in the game, the more you need to play. So if you guys can get up to 600 Chrono Crystals here, that would be good enough. But if you can get up to 1,500 Chrono Crystals, that is amazing. So that's what the range of Chrono Crystals is for, and that's what I'm going to have on top of the screen, guys. I'm going to break this down for the intermediate player, for the beginner player, and for the veteran player. So that's what you need to look at when you're counting your Chrono Crystals. So now that is just for the top ranking. Then you need to add group ranking to it. So wherever you rank in your group will give you more Chrono Crystals. So if you're #1 in your group, that is 500, depending on your group members, if they play regularly or not. But most people would rank between 4th to 10th place, and they would get 200 Chrono Crystals. So I'm going to leave that as a 200 CC. So you're getting that from PvP within the next week. So next week Wednesday, that's exactly what you're going to get from PvP, which would be your first bank of Chrono Crystals for the anniversary. So now that's out the way, let's go towards the next section of Chrono Crystals. Alright guys, so in this section of Chrono Crystals, it is the Tournament of Power, and if you guys want a guide on the Tournament of Power, I did make one already, so you can see the link in the description of this video if you guys want to watch that. Now, with the Tournament of Power, you just need to finish it first of all, and you also need to rank a specific number of points. So the more points you get in the Tournament of Power, the more CC you will be able to obtain. Now, the season reward is for you just to get up to 22 million points at the moment, and the reason I say at the moment is because this can change at any point, as long as people are playing the Tournament of Power. However, this does end next week as well, so you will be getting this reward as well as your PvP reward at the same time, which is amazing. Now, if you can rank within the top 5% of the tournaments of power, you can get up to 500 Chrono Crystals, which is not hard to do as long as you are in S League. So I'm only talking about S League, A League and B League right now. If you are in Z League, then these rewards are different, but Z League is a little bit more challenging for the average player to do. So if you rank number 1, which is still difficult to do, that would be 800cc. But being a realistic person, I'm going to look at the top 5%, which gives you 500 Chrono Crystals. And if you can't manage that, you are still able to get 400 Chrono Crystals, or even 200 at the lowest. So you're getting 200 Chrono Crystals for the lowest tier if you are a beginner. If you're someone that plays regularly, you can get up to 400 or up to 500cc. Plus the 100 from the battle score itself. So essentially you can get up to 600 Chrono Crystals from the Tournament of Power, or you can get up to 300 Chrono Crystals for the minimum from that specific thing, as well as completing the actual Tournament of Power. Because if you actually complete the Tournament of Power, guys, you'll notice that the reward for completing it, depending on your league, would give you Chrono Crystals as well. So you can get another 250 Chrono Crystals. So in total, if I were to take the highest amount, you would be getting almost 850 Chrono Crystals from the Tournament of Power. And if you take the lowest amount, you would get about 550 Chrono Crystals from the Tournament of Power. So that's another method of getting Chrono Crystals, and this is every month. So you can do this twice a month. So essentially you're getting over 1,000 Chrono Crystals every single month just by doing the Tournament of Power. So guys, if you don't play anything else but you only do PvP and TOP every single month, you're looking at well over 3,000 Chrono Crystals just from those 2 finite events that regularly happens. Or you could actually call them infinite events as well. But yeah guys, that is the main sections I wanted to look at. Now we'll get to the sections they add to the game. So currently today would be the last day for you to do your friendship, which is the path to friendship. So if you guys are doing this, I would suggest doing it today, finishing it off, because you do get Chrono Crystals every time your characters rank up. But before we get to that, let's get to some events. So they gave us a new event called Sell the Evolving Life Form, which you still have 7 days to do, and everyone can do that, and that will give you another 1,000 Chrono Crystals for doing that specific event. So if you go to your events tab and you go down to sell the Evolving Life Form, I already did mine, but normally if you go here, you'll see there were events here for you to get Chrono Crystals, and you can get up to 1,000 Chrono Crystals just by completing the Sell the Life Form event, which I would advise every single person to do, because it's free 1,000 Chrono Crystals. And I do see that the event itself, let me just double check, the event itself does say it's going away within 18 hours. So if that is the case, I would suggest trying to finish that today if you can. But yeah guys, this event here, very important to do. As you can see, there's a lot of Chrono Crystals because every single one here gives you CC, and as well as here. So if you do this completely, you'll get Chrono Crystals from this as well as the missions within the event shop. So I would advise doing it as soon as possible. So you're looking at about 1,200 Chrono Crystals just from this alone. And then another section of you to get CC would be the new one that just came through, which is the abominable margin boo that just came through. And this here is also for you to get CC. Now if you haven't done this before, then there would be free CC here. As you can see, I still got 2 gray stars to do. That's Chrono Crystals for me. But if you didn't finish this properly, or if you have an awakened margin bull, then the game does give you Chrono Crystals for that as well. So if you go to your missions plan and you scroll down to your events, you will notice that we do have this one here, the abominable margin bull, and it says 1,000 Chrono Crystals. And if you haven't done it before, you'll notice that there would be CC here. So it says complete 32 missions, complete 38, basically clear all of these on hard, and basically get the friendship done for Margin Bull. And since we have a friendship event, you might as well use him in the friendship event to get more friendship. Then you just awaken him with energy if you have energy. And yeah guys, that's another, depending on how much you've done with this, another 1,000 CC just there. So the game is giving us Chrono Crystals, as you can see. Then if you go to Hyperdimensional Co-op and you do this, you can get another 200 Chrono Crystals just by completing the Hyperdimensional Co-op 65 times. And you guys still have 7 days to do it. So if you want to divide 65 by 7, it will tell you how much you need to do per day. So that should be about maybe 8 times if I'm doing the right math, but someone in the comments can just correct that. And on top of it, if you do finish that tournament, sorry, if you do finish the co-op through the missions, you can also get Chrono Crystals through the exchange shop as well. So if you go to the exchange shop right now, and you'll be able to basically see the Chrono Crystal amount that you can get, and that would be another 300. So if you do this 3 times, it's about 4,500 of these coins, which you should be able to do if you manage to complete the co-op 65 times, and that's another 300 Chrono Crystals right there. So yeah guys, I covered co-op as well. I covered the story missions, the event missions, I've covered PvP, and I've covered the Tournament of Power. Now I also need to cover the Legends ranking. Now Legends ranking does rank back on the 1st of May, which is basically the month where the anniversary kicks in. So if you just play regularly and you complete all these missions regularly, like equipment, getting Zenkai Rush medals, using 1000 energy, embarking on adventures, etc, etc, and just playing PvP generally, you'll be able to acquire points. So the more points you acquire, the better it is. So you can get ranking reward, and the highest ranking reward you can get currently in this mode is 300 Chrono Crystals. So if you can just play usually yourself, you are able to get it. Like last season when I played this, I haven't actually played a lot last season, and I was able to maintain a 300 Chrono Crystal for the entire season. You also do get these slot removers and these medals that you can use for some really good equipment, but I'm not really talking about equipment right now, so I'm not going to go into that. So that 300 Chrono Crystals is what you can get from that as well. So yeah guys, I've covered most of it. The last section of Chrono Crystals would be adventures. If you do go to your adventures as well and you do them regularly, you are able to farm these here. And every time you farm these, you get these clouds, or these roses, you could say, ironically. And once you reach 90,000 with these, you get about 50 Chrono Crystals from the missions. And that's all you will get, unfortunately, from the missions. They don't really give us as much as they used to. So yeah guys, that would be another 50 Chrono Crystals from here. Once that's done, you can also go to your mission plan, because your mission plan, if you are free to play, would give you another 500 Chrono Crystals, as you can see over here. And that is every 8 days or 9 days, I believe. I'm not really sure, but you can get 500 Chrono Crystals from your mission plan as well. So doing this is definitely something you want to do. So yeah guys, that is all the finite ways of getting Chrono Crystals within Dragon Ball Legends. Now I'm going to move on to the infinite ways. Now you might be asking, why do I say it's infinite? Well, the reason I'm saying that is because they are constantly updated. First of all, you will always have CC coming from them constantly, as well as the amount of time it takes for you to do them is extremely grindy. So by the time you finish them, you won't really be finished, because there will always be more to do. Now for this, I'm going to add 3 infinite ways, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. So yeah, let's go into that right now. Alright guys, so here we are. So for the infinite ways, we have something called Book 1 Chapter 8, which is part of Part 6 of Showdown of the Evil Margin. So if you go to this section, this is one of the infinite ways of getting Chrono Crystals. You will fight Super Saiyan 3 Goku. And what you have to do is the following. You need to edit your team, and you need to filter your team to be under friendship rank. As you can see over here, mine says friendship rank, which you can find right at the bottom of all of this. So you click on that and it will give you all the friendship ranks of every character in the game, right? So your goal of doing this is to take every single character that is currently on friendship rank number 1, as you can see in my team. So take him out, leave UGB there, and just put in every friendship rank 1. And what you have to do after that is basically get this equipment over here attached to your character. And this equipment basically gives you extra friendship points gained. As you can see, I'm getting a total of about 6% friendship every time I do this event. Plus, this specific storyline gives you extra friendship points. So you can do this quite quickly, and you can grind Chrono Crystals constantly from this. And how do you get this equipment? Well, you get this equipment from the Z Medal shop. So if you go to the Z Medal shop and you press exchange, in the Z Medal shop, you'll be able to get this equipment. And how do you get Z Medals? Well, that's the catch. The Z medals you actually get with any character that's maxed out. So if you have any hero character that's maxed out, you'll get Z medals, or any extreme, sparkings, legends, limiteds, ultras, for example. And if you summon and you get the same character again, they basically would give you Z medals in terms of its Z power. So for example, if you get a character and it's double Z power, and you get 1200 Z power on maybe a Cyberman, and you already have Cyberman maxed out, then that 1200 Z power will be turned into 1200 Z medals, for example. But enough about that. So basically you add this equipment to the character you're focusing on, and the more of that equipment you can get, the better for you. So you'll see how much you have I got quite a few of them, so I just have to look for them. Well, I say I have quite a few, but none of them are here right now. But anyway, yeah, basically you just add the ones you need. So I don't have a lot right now, but I do have 4 basically. So what you have to do then is you basically go into battle with that characters, and you can choose up to 3. So you'll go into battle right here, and you'll choose the 3 characters, you put those equipments on. And even if you don't have those equipment, it's still fine, you can still do this, guys. So you choose the characters you want to upgrade, and you basically fight the bot within this. It goes really quickly. You can do this under 10 seconds if you're really quick with this method. So let me just go into that right now. And this is infinite. This is one of the only methods in this game that I currently know of that does not end. You can do this over and over and over for as long as you want, and you can possibly gain up to 1,000 more of Chrono Crystals depending on how much you want to do this. So all you have to do is win. And it does go quick if your characters are strong. So obviously the faster you go with this, the better it is. The longer you take, the more you lose out. So yeah, it took me 4 seconds. That was literally 4 seconds to do. Now sometimes you don't get Chrono Crystals immediately because your friendship rank might not be on that spot. But sometimes you will, depending on it. So as you can see, I just got 2 Chrono Crystals. So yeah, that happens every single time, guys. And you can do this constantly just by pressing rematch. Just do it over and over and over while having maybe a cup of tea, maybe, you know, at work you put it on auto, or you're just laying in bed and you have nothing else to do, then just do this if you don't want to grind anything else, or if you have nothing else to grind. And this is basically the best method in the game, guys, and it doesn't take long to do. It's the fastest thing you can ever do, depending on your character. Obviously, if you have a weak character like Poi Poi over here, then yeah, it's gonna take a while. But if you have a strong character, you can do this really quickly. And you know what the best part about this is? The best part about this is if you go to the missions plan, they have challenges there whereby you can actually, as you can see, more Chrono Crystals, and we leveled up, where you can actually get missions done every time you rank your characters to rank 5 for friendship. So if you go to the missions plan and you basically go to the specials tab over here and you scroll down to more Legends missions, you'll see that for completing the storyline up to 6,000 challenges, you get Chrono Crystals, and you get friendship as well. Now friendship goes all the way up to 100. Now let me tell you how difficult it is to get friendship up to 100. Get 100 characters ranked up to rank 5. It's a lot of time, guys. But if you do it, you're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 900 Chrono Crystals from this alone, plus even more depending on what your rank of characters currently is if you go to this mission plan. So comment down below what your friendship rank is for your characters, and you can determine how much Chrono Crystals you can get. Now all of this is being done for the anniversary, guys, but I would suggest keeping some of this for the Legends Festival as well, because you never know, you might actually need this in future. So yeah, guys, if you go, I'll show you again. You basically just go to your story mode, you go to part 6 over here, which is the Margin Saga part, and then you just look for the section that says a wall to overcome. Basically, once you find that section, you do what we were doing earlier, and you do that constantly. So yeah, like I said, if you're busy, if you're a busy man, busy woman, you're working, you don't have time to play this game constantly, then this would be the best section to go to, because it's quick. All you have to do is you put that special equipment on your team, you get at least 9 copies of that equipment, you upgrade it, and yeah, you put it on, and you just constantly spam this. And 100% of the time you can do this constantly, because friendship does not end for any character in the game. If you click on any character in the game, you'll basically notice that they have a friendship bar. I'm not sure if it shows here, but it shows here. And as you can see, for UGB we got all of this friendship to do, and we only on level 3, and friendship goes up to level 100. So if you do the math, I still got another 97 levels of friendship to do just for UGB alone, and that is an insane amount of Chrono Crystals to get. And you can do that for every single character in the game besides Charlotte, guys. So that is the best infinite way of getting Chrono Crystals in this game, and I would suggest starting to do this every single day. If you do this for 1 week, 100% you're going to have a decent amount of Chrono Crystals. Just do this for 1 hour every single day for 1 week, guys. Test it out for me, and then you will see the amount of Chrono Crystals you can get. Now the next section is technically an infinite way, however it does cap out as well. So what am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about Z ranking your equipment. So what you can do is you take any equipment that you no longer use, something that is easily Z ranked, something that you know that you can get to Z rank without having any trouble. So for example, this Broly equipment over here, I currently have a Z ranked, right? That's because of the stats of it. Now let's say I wanted to re-upgrade this, right? And I changed this stat here from 23% to maybe 20%. Then Broly's Z rank would become a Z rank, for example. And then if I upgrade it again, he would go back to Z rank, and that would give me one challenge completed, which would say upgrading an equipment to Z rank. Now the reason why I can't show you that right now is because I already maxed it out. Now what do I mean? Well, what I mean is every time you upgrade an equipment, you basically get a challenge done that says upgrade it to Z rank, and every time that's done, the game will give you a challenge completed, and that goes up to 1000 times, which means you can only upgrade equipment to Z rank 1000 times for you to get Chrono Crystals from, and they give you 10 Chrono Crystals every single time you do that. So if anyone takes a calculator right now and they do the calculation, every time you Z rank an equipment, you're getting 10 Chrono Crystals. And if you Z ranking 1000 equipment, and you multiply it by 10, how much is that in terms of Chrono Crystals? I'll give you about 10 seconds to answer that. And yes, that's right, that would be 10,000 Chrono Crystals just from doing your equipment up to 1000 times, guys. But it has to be Z ranked, Z plus, sorry. So you need to go from Z to Z plus. And the best equipments to use it from would possibly these following ones here in the current shop. So normally they would work with raid equipments. Unfortunately, no longer. The game changed because people were exploiting this quite a lot. So you can't use your raid equipment. But if you go to any platinum equipment in the game, like here for example, you're getting this guy over here, this equipment here. So if you have this equipment really close to Z rank, and you know that every time you upgrade it, it will go back to Z or S rank, and you can constantly go back to Z plus, then you can do this. The only finite resource here would be slot removers. So if you can possibly get 1000 slot removers somehow, or you have slot removers stored up in your inbox, then you can do this method over and over and over, which is also an infinite method because it takes an extremely long time for you to upgrade 1000 equipment to Z plus, and I'm not even kidding, guys. It took me over 2 years to do. So yeah, guys, that is the final infinite method that you can do. Now there is a few things I did miss out, which I'm going to talk about really quickly as honorable CC points. Another one would be Hoi Poi, that is currently ongoing as of this video. Obviously in future, if you are watching this event might not be here, but if it is here and there's Chrono Crystals, please do it as well. You can get up to 300 Chrono Crystals. This does end in 17 hours and it does take energy. All you need to do is you need to use one of your bonus teams. You go to the Super Zeni battle and you place your skip tickets on your bonus team. So the bonus team I'm using is this one here, which is a really shitty bonus team. But if you have bonus characters like Rose, Trunks, Hit, 17, Revival, UI Goku, then yeah, you can get more of these medals. And if you get about 750 or 1000 of these medals here, the Hoi Poi, you can get 300 Chrono Crystals. So that's another section. And we also are due a Battle Royale that's coming this Friday, so that would give you another 300 Chrono Crystals from the Battle Royale. I'm not sure if it is currently in the news, but I will double check right now. So as for the news, I don't really have it yet, but we are due a Battle Royale this Friday, so we're definitely getting that. And we also due a Battle Gauntlet coming tomorrow for the start of the Margin Buu campaign, which would be somewhere here over here, because we already finished the Trunks Battle Gauntlet and that's ending in 17 hours. So we are due another one, and that is another 700 Chrono Crystals. So yeah, guys, that is the Chrono Crystal guide in a nutshell. I covered basically everything you can do to get Chrono Crystals. The only thing I actually forgot to count is the stamps. Yeah, the actual stamps, guys. So yeah, that would possibly be the last part of this video, is your stamps. And that is just by logging in and completing this. Every time you do that, you get a stamp. And this updates every 14 days. You get up to 1000 Chrono Crystals every 2 weeks. And since the month just started, you are able to do this twice, I believe, within this month still. And if you can, by the 1st of May, you'll have another 1000 CC starting. And by the end of May, basically by the end of April, you get 1000 Chrono Crystals from this. And by the start of May, another 1000 within the first 2 weeks. And by the end of May, another 1000. So by the time the anniversary starts, guys, you should be getting about 3000 Chrono Crystals from this alone. So yeah, just do the math on that. And I'll repeat it one more time. So you're getting 1000 Chrono Crystals by the end of this month, which is April. And when May starts, we're going to get another one that is going to end by the middle of May. And by the end of May, we'll get another one. And that's when the anniversary starts. So in total that would be 3000 Chrono crystals. So yeah guys, that is the video in a nutshell. I have covered everything for the free to play player. If you are paid to win, then just press the unlock button over there for your mission plan. Thank you so much for watching guys. As always, I do appreciate the comments, the gestures, the suggestions, and the support I'm getting on the channel. We are now over 500 subscribers and we have quite a lot of views, so I'm really appreciative of that. And yeah, if the game does give us anything in terms of updates, I will be here to update you guys. If there is anything in the inbox as well, I will update you in regards to that as well. Like always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.